This conference will now be recorded.
Sorry guys, yesterday class topic is yes, yesterday class topic. We dealt with the string manipulations, right? Yesterday class
Wh- What is
string
what
manipulations
is
and
method chaining, Ratan sir?
one method resultant data we are calling another method.
Mm,
Yesterday just like we are applying first of all trim, right? We are applying trim. After trim, we are applying the length, right?
okay,
First
okay.
trim applied, then length is applied. Then one first trim applied, then resultant data length applied, right? That is called method chaining. One method resultant data we are calling another method, right? That is called method chaining basically.
Okay.
Good. Yes, today class we'll start the wrapper classes concept, and today and tomorrow we'll go for the wrapper classes. The wrapper classes main intention is like the wrapper classes. The Java contains how many data types in Java? The Java contains how many data types?
Eight, sir.
Java contains data types like eight data types, right? What are eight data types? Byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, and what? Boolean, right? Char and Boolean, right? Exactly. Yes, but application level, okay. These are the primitive data types, guys, basically. But I want to represent everything in the form of the object format. I want to represent everything in the form of what? Object, right? Why we are representing the primitives in the form of the object means because guys, why we are representing the primitives in the form of the objects means the reason is actually if you take the collection data, guys, collection framework, actually the project level, everything we have to store in the form of the object only, right? Because everything we have to store in the form of the object basically. Is that clear now? Everything we have to store in the form of what? Object, right? Good. That's what we have to represent these eight primitives in the form of the objects, right? To represent the eight primitives in the form of the objects, we require eight classes. Those classes are called wrapper classes, guys. Just wrapper class are representing your primitive data types in the form of what? Object format, right? You're just representing what? Primitives in the form of what? Object format, right? Exactly. Once if you represent the primitives in the form of the object, then what advantage in the project level? Because collections allows only object data, and even compared to method equals method to string method, yesterday we done the compare to and equals, right? These methods are applied only on these methods will be applied only on object data, and the cloning process creating duplicate object, right? It is applied only on object data. Object data only allows null values. Serialization only for object data, right? Serialization and deserialization also done only for object data. So once if you represent these primitives in the form of the objects, these many number of advantages are there. That's what in the Spring framework, Hibernate framework, and EJB framework, everything we represented in the form of the objects, right? There is no concept of primitive data types, guys. Everything we will represent in the form of the what? Yes, most of the case, everything we represent everything in the form of what? Objects, right? Does you got the clarity? Once if we represent primitives in the form of the objects, total these are the advantages. Collections allows only object data. Object data means you can call the compare to method, equals method, to string methods, and the cloning process allowed on object data. These all operations are not supported by primitive data, right? Yes or no? These all operations are not supported by primitive data, right? These all operations are supported by only. Hmm. Yeah, these all operations supported by only which data? These all operations are supported by only object data, right? That's what. To represent the eight primitives in the form of the object, guys, to represent eight primitives in the form of the objects, we required how many classes total? Eight classes, right? Eight Java classes. These classes are called wrapper class, right? Exactly, guys. Yes, finally, the wrapper classes only the point is representing primitives in the form of the objects. Eight primitives means what? How many objects required? Eight objects required. That's what eight classes required. Those eight classes are called wrapper classes. Once we represented eight primitives in the form of the objects, then advantage are what? Object data means collections can store only object data. Collections cannot store the byte, short, int, long. This collection can store only this wrapper classes data. Object data only we can call the compare to method, equals method, to string method. Cloning process only object data. Object data only allows null value. Serialization and deserialization support only object data, right? Yeah, that is only regarding wrapper classes, guys. Is that clear now? Hmm? To support these all operations, you are going for wrapper classes. And these all classes are immutable classes, guys. These all are immutable classes belongs to java.lang package. Because all wrapper classes are what? Immutable classes. All wrapper classes are what? Immutable classes. Immutable classes belongs to java.lang package, right? Exactly. All wrapper class are immutable classes, guys, belongs to which package here? Java.lang package, right? Exactly. Coming to the hierarchy, guys, what is the root class for Java classes? The root class is like object class, right? The root class is like object class. Character class and Boolean class, guys. This is a character class and Boolean class. These two classes are child class of what object, right? These two classes are what child class of object, right? Whatever remaining classes are child of number, right? Byte, short, int, long, float, double is there. These are child of what? These classes are child of number. Number is a child of what object, right? Okay, these classes are child of what? Number. Number is a child of what? Object, right? Exactly. Is it clear now? Good. So character class, Boolean class, direct to child class of the object. Remaining class are child class of number. Number is a child class of what? Object, right? Number is a child class of object, guys. Exactly. Yes, to create the wrapper class object, we have the constructor approach basically. So to create the constructor approach here, how to create the wrapper object means integer some I1 equal to, so new integer of, is integer I1 equal to what? New integer of, so we can pass like 10 here. This is nothing but just we are converting 10 is which data, primitive data, right? We are converting your primitive data into which format, guys? Here object format, right? Yeah, just we are converting what your primitive data into which format? Object format, right? Exactly. Even like this, you can convert the primitive to object format, guys. Even you can write the double quotes also, no problem. Even string also we can convert into the wrapper object format. I1, I2, right? Exactly. Thus here we are converting primitive into the wrapper object format. This is like string into the wrapper object format, right? Exactly. Yes, next system dot out dot println and out. Then you can write the I1 plus what? I2, right? I1 plus I2, right? Exactly. So you can save this code local disk E. The file is called what? Test.java. Just you can open the command prompt. Java C, the application is called what? Test.java. Definitely code is compiled fine. This while compilation maybe it generates some warnings. You try to see the warnings, guys. If read that warning message once. Test.java uses or overrides deprecated API, right? Oh, when you got this information, guys, you immediately have to think we are using like deprecated API. It means unused data. Because deprecate means what? The data is present, but we are not using actually. Project level that is not useful, guys. Yes, project level the data is what useful or not useful. Project level the data is what not useful, right? Project level the data is what not useful, right? Exactly. That is basically like deprecated. If you want to know the what is deprecated here, you can compile this with this option, guys. XLINT. So Java C and use this option. Icon. Yeah. So hyphen XLINT, right? Yeah, XLINT. The file is called what? Test.java, right? Exactly. Yes, you can recompile this file test.java like this. See guys, where it is deprecated here. Yeah. Deprecation like integer of int. Integer construct we are passing int value, right? Has been deprecated here. Integer of string also has been deprecated, right? Exactly. Guys, this approach is deprecated, but valid, not a problem, but deprecated, not useful, right? Exactly, sir. If it is deprecated, then what we are using now? What we are using now? In your code executed fine, guys, we got the output is like 100 plus 10 is what? 110, right? Exactly. Guys, another way to create a string of integer object is like wrapper object is like integers of x1 equal to integer dot. The method name is called value of method is there, guys. Yes, integer dot value of is there. So value of is a static method, guys. That's what we are calling the static method using class name, right? Integer dot value of method. Because integer dot value we are passing like 10 here. And even you can pass the string also, not a problem. The string double quotes you can do. So here you can write the 100, right? This is my x2, right? Exactly. Because first case you'll get the warnings, but second case there is no warning case. But second case because recommended approach, right? Exactly. Second case recommended approach means what? X1 plus what? X2, right? That's it, guys. Then code is compiled fine. Code is compiled fine. Because if you only can remove the first two lines here, then you can compile this code. Yeah, code is compiled fine. Without any warnings, the code is compiled, right? Exactly. And even code executed fine, right? So 110 is output, guys. Is it clear now? 110 is output, right? Exactly. Good. Because integer I1 equal new integer of 100. So total, how many ways you can create a wrapper object total? Guys, what are the ways to create a wrapper object?
2 ways.
Two ways. Yeah, what are the 2 ways? One is like using new operator. What the second one is using like value of method, right? Yes, one is using like new operator, one is using like value of method, right? There are 2 ways to create a wrapper object, guys, basically. Because out of 2 ways, the first approach is like deprecated, and second approach is what? Recommend approach, right? Exactly. Let's see, for example, here to create the first case wrapper object, integer we are converting like primitive or string into which format? Wrapper object format, right? Yeah. And for the integer class, how many constructors are there? For the integer, this is primitive constructor, this is like a string constructor, right? 2 constructors are there. Almost all byte also contains 2 constructors: byte comma string, short comma string, int comma string, long comma string. Okay, it means to create the integer object, you can pass the byte value, string value, short value, string value, int value, string value, long value, string value. When you go for the float constructor, guys, float can pass the 10.5. This is like double constructor, right? Yes, 10.5 is by default which type of data? 10.5 is by default double data, right? And 10.5 f is there, and 10.5 string also there, right? So to create the float object, total how many constructors we have total? Yes, to create the float object, how many constructors? Total 3 constructors, right? And to create the character object, how many constructors are there total? Only 1 constructor is there, right? Only character constructor, guys, because here string is allowed or not allowed now? Yes, here string is allowed or not allowed?
Not allowed, sir.
String is not allowed, right? Exactly, guys. So this is like all about the constructor approach, guys. Total, this constructor can take the primitive data, constructor can take the string data, right? It means to create this integer object, total how many constructors we have? 2 constructors we have. Even byte object also, byte data also 2 constructors, short also 2 constructors, int also 2 constructors, but long also 2 constructors. But float contains how many constructors? 3 constructors. Because 10.5 is by default data here, double constructor. This is like float constructor, this is like string constructor, right? And the character contains how many constructors? Only 1 constructor, right? Exactly. Thus, if we take the Boolean constructor here, first case like Boolean b1 equal new Boolean of true, right? Boolean constructor here. Boolean of true means what? By default stay in the true value, guys. Double quotes true also what? True it taken. False means what? False it taken. And return means what? Other than true false, right? For the Boolean constructor, if you are passing other than true false, just to the Boolean constructor, if you are passing what? Other than true false, by default is taking like false only. Yes, Boolean constructor, if you are passing what? Other than true false, right? Other than true false, by default is taking what? False, right? Even null also it is taking the false. See, Ratan is a valid data, null is also valid data, but TRU, this is like valid data, invalid data. The data itself is invalid, right? Yes, the data itself like TRU is something like directly are taking this name, right? Then this case itself is invalid, guys. So true means directly taking the true, double quotes true also, string also true is taking, double quotes false also false it is taking, but other than true false, for the Boolean to the Boolean constructor, if you are passing other than true false, always it returns what? Yes, always it returns what?
False, sir.
Always it returns the false data, right? Exactly. Other than true false, if you are passing, by default it returns which data, guys? Here, false data, right? Exactly. Because next one, there are 2 ways to create a wrapper object, guys. So there are 2 ways to create the wrapper class object. One is like by using constructor approach and value of method approach. Just now we saw like constructor approach and value of approach. Because which one is recommended now? Is that constructor approach recommended? Value of is recommended?
Value of is recommended, sir.
Definitely, they're saying like constructor approach is what deprecated approach, right? Constructor approach is what deprecated, right? Exactly. This next one you can see while discussing constructor approach here. For example, here I am passing string like 100 here. 100 is even the string, but it is able to convert into which format? Integer format, right? Guys, it is able to convert into which format? Integer format, right? Exactly. But in double quotes, I'm passing like ONE1, guys. Tell me, guys, is that ONE1 is able to convert into integer format or not?
It is a string, right?
So it's binary value. it will be converted in the
But
ASCII code.
ONE1 is unable to convert it integer. No, ASCII code means only one character means there ASCII code, right? But here 3 characters we have. Even 20 means what? TWEN, TY20, some 5-6 characters, right? In that case.
I think no.
So here, yeah, that's what here. See, if 100 is there, 100 is able to convert in integer format, it's not a problem. But ONE1 is able to convert in integer format or not means definitely no. That's what you'll get there, like number format exception. As code is compiled fine and code executed fine. We got the exception is what? Number format exception, right? Number format exception, right? Exactly, guys. So if you are unable to convert this string into which format here, integer format, then you'll get the exception like which exception gets here? Number format exception, right? Exactly. See these two cases here, integer a equal new integer of 10. Then tn10 is unable to convert integer format. Even in the value of method also, integer dot value of, here we are passing the ONE1, right? ONE1 is unable to convert into which format? Integer format, right? If you're unable to convert integer format, then we'll get the exception like what? Number format exception, right? Exactly. Is it clear now? Simply if the type conversion is not possible, the J will generate exception like number format exception, right? The first example, guys. The first example, what we are doing, we are converting primitive or string into which format? Yes, primitive or string into which format? Wrapper object format, right? We are converting primitive or string into which format? Yes, wrapper object format, right? Exactly. Just we are converting primitive or string into wrapper object format. Yes, next example, second example, we'll do the reverse process. What is the reverse process? Tell me. Yes, first one is like primitive or string into the wrapper object format. What is the reverse format? Tell me.
Wrapper to integer.
Wrapper to primitive or wrapper to string, right?
Yeah.
Yes, wrapper object to what? Primitive. The second case is what? Wrapper object to what? String, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, first of all, wrapper object is there. Integer from x equal to, how to create the wrapper object is integer dot value of method, right? Value of method by passing 100, something like this. Now wrapper object is ready. Guess x is what type of object? No, x is wrapper object, right? To convert this wrapper object into the primitive format, guys, we require one method like xxx value method. What the method name is here? Xxx value method. So where xx equal to all data types. Because where xx equal to what? All data types, right? Exactly. Because where xxx equal to all data types means xxx equal to all data types means x dot x is a wrapper object, right? The corresponding int value I want, then you can write the int value method. If you write the int value method means then what it returns here? It returns the integer value, right? Integer some a, right? Exactly. In the same way, we can write the x dot I want like double value. Then you can write the double value method. Yes, x is the wrapper object. From that wrapper object, I'm retrieving the primitive data, double d, right? Exactly. Like this, how to get the data, guys. Good. This is the conversion of your wrapper object to what? Guys, conversion of what? Wrapper object to primitive, right? Exactly. System dot out dot println enough. You can write the a plus d, right? Yes, a plus d means what's output now? Then code is compiled fine. Code is compiled fine. So Java class is called what? Test class, right? Yeah, see the output gets here 200.0. Okay, simply here we are converting your wrapper object into the primitive format, right? X is a wrapper object, you are converting corresponding int value, corresponding what? Double value, right? Exactly. The second case we can see, I have two wrapper objects like x1 and x2 is there. I want to convert this wrapper object to string format, guys. To convert this wrapper object to the string format, yesterday I said like one method like toString method, right? X1 dot toString method we can call. Yes, x1 dot what? toString method we can call. Because the toString method return type is what? Yes, the toString method return type is what? The toString method return type is string, right? Yeah, the toString method return type is what? A string. That's what you can write the string string as one, right? That's all, guys. It's actually the toString method in all wrapper classes, toString method returns the data only. Yes, in all wrapper classes, toString method returns what? Data, right? Exactly. Yes, S1, S2 you can take. Yes, x1.2 string and x2.2 x1.2 x2.2 string, right? Exactly. The two string by written type is what? What the two string by written type?
String.
The two string by written type is what? String, right? Exactly. The two string by the written type is a string. That's what you can take like string s1, right? Exactly. So then system dot out data. System dot out data. System dot out dot printer enough. You can write simply s1 plus s2, right? S1 plus s2. That's it. Because if we really convert to string format means what? String plus string, you get the concatenation is output, right? Concatenation means what? Java test class, right? This output gets once. 100 is output, right? Exactly. Yes, first case we are converting your wrapper object into which format? Yes, wrapper object into which format? Wrapper object into the primitive format. Second case we are converting your wrapper object into which format? Your wrapper object into the string format, right? Exactly. Wrapper to primitive and wrapper to string, right? Exactly. So sorry, clear now? The reverse process is clear, right? Good. First case primitive or string into the wrapper object. Primitive or string into wrapper object. Second case is what? Wrapper object to the primitive and wrapper object to the string, right? Yes, wrapper object to the primitive and wrapper object to the string, right? Exactly. Let's see second example, right? Exactly. Guys, but first example, second example, we discussed like wrapper object to the string. We are going for which method here? To string method, right? But this example one is not required. Example two is also not required, guys. Why this example one, example two is not required means because of the concepts like auto boxing and auto unboxing concept. That's what the concepts required. Auto boxing and auto unboxing concept, right? Because of this auto boxing, auto unboxing concept, there is no need of first approach and second approach. Why it is not required means generally see, because how to create the wrapper object, to convert the primitive or string into the wrapper object, to convert the primitive or string into wrapper object, we are going for the value of method, right? Exactly. Actually, you can write the integer I equal to, you can write the integer dot value of you are passing like 100, right? Exactly. Because when auto boxing means automatic conversion of primitive to wrapper object, guys. This is a primitive number, right? 100 is a primitive number. That primitive number is automatically converted into which format here? Wrapper object format, guys. That's what this integer dot value of is not required. Even new keyword is not required. Integer dot value of is not required. This primitive data is automatically converted into which format, guys? Here? Object format, right? Guys, the statement is clear. The primitive data is automatically converted into which format here? Wrapper object format, right? That is called auto boxing, guys. Yes, tell me what do you mean auto boxing here? Automatic conversion of Yes, tell me auto boxing means what? Automatic conversion of. This is a primitive, right? This is a primitive which is automatically converted to which format here? Integer object, right? Exactly. So automatic conversion of. Tell me guys, automatic conversion of what? Primitive to primitive to what? Primitive to wrapper object, right? Exactly. That is called auto boxing concept, guys. Guys, are you clear now? The automatic conversion of primitive to wrapper object, that concept is called what? That concept is called what? Auto boxing concept, right? That concept is called what?
Here integer is the wrapper class, right?
Left hand side, this is a wrapper class, right? Wrapper
Wrapper
object,
class,
right?
and I is the
This is
variable of the wrapper class, and
the
in which we have just passed. I mean, we have just
primitive
initialized
data.
it with the primitive data, which
But the primitive data is automatically connected to the assigned to the object format.
we don't require the previous syntaxes that we use in the example.
Integer that value of a new integer is there, right? That syntaxes we don't want.
It's very
Good.
confusing stuff today.
No. Oh, that's what we'll discuss only this point. We'll stop the class. Only this example is fine. These all of the conversions, right? So we have to take care of the conversions actually. That's what I clearly said. Only first example like convert primitive or string into the wrapper object you are creating, right? There are two ways to create a wrapper object. To
So
create,
can you explain the reverse process once again?
yeah. So what a reverse process? Wrapper object is a primitive, no?
Yes, wrapper to
See, this is
primitive.
a wrapper object. Krishna, you know like how to create wrapper object, integer dot value of method. Once the wrapper object is ready, but I want reverse primitive format. Primitive means what? Int value, float value, double value like that, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
what x dot int value required. X dot int value. X dot VT
Okay,
value means
okay,
what
okay.
happened? It requires
Got it,
integer
got
here.
it, got it. INT
Double
you have
value.
taken left, INT as left hand side. Okay.
Exactly. For the second case here, to convert the primitive wrapper object to string format. To convert the wrapper object to string format, we require the method is like which method is toString method, right?
Sir,
ToString is required.
I have one doubt.
Hmm.
Primitive type data classes are there in 8, right? Number format
Ah.
under 6 categories there, and 2 more is there, right? Boolean and character. That one how to convert, sir? From that one directly true or false? In which scenario we are using that?
No, if you have the character object, then that case, right?
Directly we can add it.
If you have the character object, then you can go for the char value method, right?
And anywhere we can add it, we can able to add for integer conversion of wrapper to primitive, and then we can add. We can able to. Yeah, we can able to add from Boolean to this number format.
Yeah, if the conversion is definitely possible, Boolean to integer conversion is possible. Huh? See, X is the integer value. I can write the Boolean value function here. Assume like the previous example, let me add the Boolean value. Is that Boolean value is possible? Huh? That we have to check once. So X is like integer type, right? Integer to Boolean conversion is possible, not possible, that we have to see. Like Boolean value can try. If you take the Boolean value, you can take the Boolean something like Boolean, you can take something like B, right? Exactly. First you try this code once, you can compile this code. Definitely it says like error message, right? Cannot find symbol. The Boolean value method is not there, first of all.
Okay.
Yeah. Like that, we try to check that conversions are possible or not possible. If it is possible, it's fine. Like, yeah. Guys, what do you mean auto boxing? Auto boxing means what? Automatic conversion of? Yes, auto boxing means what? Automatic conversion of what? Primitive to wrapper object, right? Generally, primitive to wrapper object, we are using constructor approach and value of method. But auto boxing means what? Automatic conversion of what? Tell me guys, what do you mean auto boxing? Automatic conversion of primitive to wrapper object, right? Exactly. Okay, see here, I have the primitive value 10. That 10 is automatically converted to which format, guys? 10 is automatically converted to which format? 10 is automatically converted to the integer object, right? That is called auto boxing, guys. Automatic conversion of your primitive to wrapper object, right? Exactly. That concept is called what? Auto boxing concept, guys. Even you can take the double object now. If you take the double object, double d equal 10.5. Basically 10.5 is the like the primitive data. That primitive data directly are assigning to the object format. Then this primitive data is automatically converted into which format? Object format, right? That is called auto boxing, guys. Because previously to convert this primitive data into the object format, how many approaches we are using? Yes, how many approaches we are using? Two approaches. What are the two approaches? Using like constructor approach and using like value of method approach, right? Using constructor approach and what? Using value of method approach, right? Exactly. Okay, so actually here also auto boxing is what? Automatically 10.5 is converted into the double format. But what happened, Usman? But internally the compiler is using like value of method only to create this wrapper object. Because automatic conversion means don't think like automatic conversion simply we are not doing, guys, but that conversion internally done by someone. Someone is compiler. Internally after compilation this code will be again it is using like integer dot value of method only. Yes, after compilation the compiler is using what? Integer dot value of method, right? It means the JVM point of view, this is not the line. The JVM point of view, what is the line, guys? Okay, the JVM point of view, what's the line here? The JVM point of again, this is like double dot value of method only. Yes, are you clear now? JVM point of it is like double dot value of method only, guys. Guys, you got the clarity? Auto boxing means automatic conversion of primitive to wrapper object is called auto boxing, guys. But auto boxing means automatic conversion. That conversion we are not doing. That conversion internally done by compiler. The compiler internally uses which approach, guys? Value of method approach to create a wrapper object, right? Yes, are you clear now? Auto boxing internally uses which approach, guys? Auto boxing internally uses like value of method approach to create a wrapper object. Is that clear now? Good. Code is compiled fine and code is executed fine. So we got output 10 and 10.5. 10 and 10.5. Because reverse is called auto unboxing. Auto unboxing, right? Auto unboxing means, yes, auto boxing means what? Automatic conversion of primitive to wrapper object, right? Exactly. Unboxing is what, guys? Usman, what is the reverse? Tell me.
From
From
wrapper
wrapper
object to primitive.
Wrapper to primitive. Previously, what we are using to convert the wrapper to primitive?
Two string methods, sir.
that is for string.
Wrapper to primitive. So to string means to return a string, right? To string means to return a
XXX
string.
value.
XXX value method, right? It's like into value, float value, like that, right? Exactly. Yes, basically integer dot value of is there, value of is 100 is there. Generally to convert this integer object to the primitive data. To convert this integer data to primitive data, what we are using XXX value method, right? Because we are using what? XXX value method, right? Instead of using XXX value method, guys, directly you can assign this value to double variable, double D, right? Exactly. Guys, now tell me this is a wrapper, right hand side, this is called wrapper object. Wrapper object directly assigned to what primitive, right? Yes or no? Wrapper object directly assigned to what primitive or not? The automatic conversion of what wrapper object to the primitive, that concept is called what, guys? Auto unboxing, right? Exactly. Because anyhow, this auto unboxing internally uses again XXX value method only. Because auto boxing internally uses
Double D equals to 10.5 is there, right? Let's assume that double D1 equals to, if I assign that D variable to double D equals to D, will it convert?
double
Instead of
D1 equals to D,
integer dot value of 100, instead of writing that, if I assign double D variable with the, in line 13, will it accept?
line 13 integer dot value of, see, this is the integer object, that integer wrapper object, that automatic conversion of what wrapper to, we are taking the primitive, wrapper to primitive you are taking, and what is the primitive you are taking? Double format you are taking, okay? And even right hand side is double object is there, you can make the integer, it's not a problem, right? Because the conversion is taken like without decimal value, right? The conversion is taken without decimal value. And even the wrapper object is converted into which format? Primitive format, right? Automatically convert, right? It is internally using which method, guys? Here internally using which method? XXX value method only. It internally using what? XXX value method. Because JVM point of view, either we are doing or compile is doing, the code is common, right? The code is same, right? JVM point of the code is same, guys, basically. That is called automatic conversion of first example, straightforward. First example, what we done? Conversion of primitive or string into the wrapper object, right? That first example is what? Conversion of what? Primitive or string into which one? Wrapper object, right? Exactly. But second example, tell me. Conversion of wrapper object to the primitive, wrapper object to the string, right? Wrapper object to the primitive means what? One is what? Wrapper object to the primitive or wrapper object to string, right? Yes. How to convert the wrapper object to the primitive? Wrapper object to the primitive means we have to use like XXX value method, and wrapper object to the string means what? Simply how to use a to string method, right? It's two examples. Third example is what? Auto boxing. What do you mean auto boxing? Automatic conversion of primitive to the wrapper object, right? Is automatic conversion of what? Primitive to wrapper object. That is called auto boxing. What do you mean auto unboxing, guys? Yes, what do you mean auto unboxing? Wrapper object to the primitive, right? Exactly. Yes, auto boxing internally uses which method again? Auto boxing internally uses again value of method. Auto unboxing internally uses what? XXX value method, right? It internally using those methods only again. Okay. Then who will do that kind of automatic conversion means we are not doing it. That code is done by someone. That who is someone is compiler. Is that clear now? We are not doing means that code is done by someone internal, right? That who is someone means the compiler, right? The compiler is doing that activity actually. Is that clear now? That's called auto box mode. Just 3 examples, just you try to see the conversions. So we will discuss like tomorrow some more examples. Yes, actually done toString, right? toString is belongs to which class? Right, toString is belongs to which class? Yesterday we discussed toString method, right? toString is belongs to which class?
String
Object
buffer.
toString method belongs to which class? I'm asking. toString method is belongs object class. Object class toString, what it returns? String representation of object, right? String representation of object means what? Class name at hash code, right?
Yes, sir.
Class name hash code, right? Exactly. Yeah, but here string class toString, what it returns? I said clearly, string class is overriding the toString method. String class toString returns the data, right? Yes, string class toString returns the data, right? And even string buffer class also returns the data, right? And even all wrapper class also, guys. Okay, toString method will automatically called when you print the reference variable in Java. ToString method present in object class to return the string representation of object. Guys, don't forget the ToString method, guys. ToString method is very, very important. Even discussing collections, even Spring and Hibernate framework. ToString is very, very important. ToString is belongs to object class, returns a string representation of object. String representation of object means class name at hash code, right? Good. In the string class, string buffer class, string buffer class, and all wrapper classes, even all wrapper class also, toString what it returns, guys? It returns the data. Guys, in all wrapper class also, toString what it returns? It returns the data, right? Yesterday we done this example, right? Up to this one, yesterday we done this example, I think. So toString belongs to object class. String class, string buffer class is overriding to return the data, right? Even in all wrapper class also, toString returns what? Data only. Very clear now? Yeah. If you try to check this example, just to discuss only 3 examples today. First example, like conversion of primitive or wrapper object to the primitive or string into wrapper object. Second example is like wrapper object is a primitive, wrapper object is a string. Third example, like auto boxing versus auto unboxing, right? Exactly.
Ratan sir, what is the actual use of where we use wrapper classes actually in the project? I mean, where we find its use?
See, project level, that's what I'm saying. First case itself, collection framework is there, right? Assume like we have the collection framework. One topic is like big topic, collection framework is there.
Yes.
Collection is what representing the group of objects, right? In that case, collection framework allows only object data. If you're inserting 10, 20, 10.5 means it won't allow the data. Collection required only object data.
Yeah,
Then what we have
okay,
to do?
okay. Then we will have to wrapper classes.
And another case like I want to do the cloning process of your object. Your 10 is there. That 10 I want to cloning multiple times. If you want to clone multiple times means what? If it is a primitive data, we cannot do the cloning process, right? If it is object data, we can do the cloning process, duplicate object creation process. Okay. Even if it is a primitive data means we cannot apply the compare to method. We want to compare the two objects, or you want to check the equality, or you want to check the toString method. These methods you can apply only on which data? Only which data? Object data, right? So we cannot use these methods in the primitive data, right? We cannot use these methods in the primitive data like that. That's what even serialization process. We have the concept like serialization, deserialization. If you want serialize the 100 and 200, in that case, serialization, deserialization allowed only which data? Object data, right? But not primitive data. Like that, once if you represent the wrapper to primitive to wrapper object, these are the advantages. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's all for today class. We'll meet in tomorrow. We'll continue. Bye. Tomorrow we'll complete the wrapper classes concept.